now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about? Ugh, how am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as... So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated that guy and did it with...
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some...
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show she put on... So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word?
All right. Let me think how to act. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liu was. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against you. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should... For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right? So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semi...
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
Huh. To be fair, Jaime was thinking that too.
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are and what they're about. We're finally here, folks. The real show.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you... Very well. Show me that you are ready.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take you into the arena.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux clash, but he has quickly become... I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure...
Relax! My girl's at the top of her game!
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. Pretty good. I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right! For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, but mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have...
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your...
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against... Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't know...
Wow! Now that's true strength, Top.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're... So don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. I myself was eliminated in the 3rd round. Shame.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way, do you happen to know who else had been?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. Quick on his feet, and I faltered for but a brief moment. But before I knew it, he had me on the Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent such as him, still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you. He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingsheng clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match time, I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise, I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment. So I probably won't be able to help you with whatever...
Oh, all right then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly, I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. And it could have cost you, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent. That is a most In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet and the pattern of your breathing. But
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their style. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious that he's seen his fair share of battles. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
if that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inaz...
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring... I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge regarding... Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, however, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. These are the things I am curious to know about. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order.
protect us.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental ability, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaf. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow...
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision, and not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental ability? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
It's nothing really. Paimon just told her whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just... Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how...
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange. Now then, let's test your skill. Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponent. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no threat to you. Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems, and one will always encounter.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you...
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans... My apologies. You must be completely in the dark for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding Inazuma. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably, sometimes in circumstances that leave their original. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 Archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current... Not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no... Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. But the Shogun will... If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go. I wish to...